Hey, quick question. If I asked to borrow $100 from you and promise to pay you back $110 next year, would you do it? Congratulations. You just understood 90% of what a bond is. Stick around, because in the next 5 minutes, you're going to understand bonds better than most people who've had a savings account for 20 years. So what is a bond, really? A bond is basically a fancy IOU. Governments and big companies need money, sometimes a lot of money, to build highways, launch satellites, or open 500 new stores. They have two options. Ask a bank for a loan, annoying, lots of paperwork, one lender. Ask thousands of regular people, like you and me, to lend them small amounts of money each. Option 2 is a bond. When you buy a bond, you're not buying a toy or a stock. You're literally becoming a lender. The company or government becomes your borrower. You hand them money. They hand you a piece of paper, digital these days, that says, I promise to pay you back, plus interest by a certain date. That's it. That's a bond. Every single bond in the world, no matter how complicated it sounds, has just 3 ingredients. Think of it like a recipe. Ingredient 1, the face value or principal. This is the amount you lend. Let's say $1,000. Ingredient 2, the coupon, the interest. No, not a pizza coupon. In bond world, coupon just means the interest rate they pay you for borrowing your money. Let's say 5% per year. So every year, they hand you $50. That's 5% of $1,000, just for letting them use your money. Nice, right? You're basically getting paid for doing nothing. Ingredient 3, the maturity date. This is a deadline. The day they must return your original $1,000 to you. Could be in 2 years, could be in 30 years. So over 10 years, you collect $500 in coupon payments and get your original $1,000 back at the end. That's the whole magic trick. Wait, who even issues bonds? 2 main types of people come asking for your money. Government bonds. When your country's government needs money for roads, hospitals, defense, it issues bonds. These are considered super safe because governments can usually raise taxes or print money to pay you back. Not always, but usually. Corporate bonds. When companies like a car maker or a tech giant need money, they issue bonds too. These pay you more interest than government bonds, but they're riskier because companies can go bankrupt. Governments rarely just disappear. Basic rule of the universe. More risk equals more reward. A shady company promising 15% interest is basically screaming, I might not pay you back. A stable government offering 6%? That's the boring, reliable friend who always shows up on time. But why would anyone want a bond? Great question. 3 reasons. 1, steady income. Unlike stocks, which bounce around like a caffeinated kangaroo, bonds pay you a fixed, predictable amount. Great if you like knowing what's coming. 2, safety net. Bonds are generally way less risky than stocks. If a company goes under, bondholders, lenders get paid back before stockholders, owners. You're first in line at the buffet. 3, balance. Smart investors don't put all their money in one basket. Stocks for growth, bonds for stability. It's like eating your vegetables. Not the most exciting, but it keeps the whole system from collapsing. The one tricky part, bond prices can change. Here's the twist most people miss. You don't have to hold a bond till maturity. You can sell it to someone else before the deadline, and its price can go up or down. Here's the golden rule. When interest rates go up, existing bond prices go down, and vice versa. Why? Imagine you're holding an old bond paying 5% interest. Suddenly, new bonds start offering 8%. Nobody wants your boring 5% bond anymore, unless you sell it cheaper to make up the difference. That's genuinely the one concept that trips up beginners. Get this, and you're basically ahead of 80% of people who talk about bonds at parties to sound smart. So next time someone mentions bonds and your brain tries to shut down, remember, it's just an IOU. You lend money, you get regular interest, you get your money back at the end. Simple as that. The scary sounding stuff, yields, coupon, maturity, is just fancy vocabulary for a very old, very simple idea. Be the bank, not the borrower. If this helped you finally get bonds, smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Should the next video be Stocks Explained in 5 minutes? See you in the next one.